welcome all from various associations, our ACHAC, the FAG, the QBAG, shipping lines, all those that have been invited to this program this morning. His Excellency, my name is John Kwame Adujak, the National Treasurer for Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders and the parliamentary candidate for Doma Central Constituency. You are meeting Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders and all the freight fraternity. GIF alone, you are talking to about 500 companies. What that means is that you are talking to not less than 1,200 companies, bringing all the other sister associations together. What it means is that whatever discussion we have here today will be something that is dear to the heart of the people, and we can trust you. You will get what we want you to get so that we get what we want. On that note, I welcome you to Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders Conference Hall. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now call upon the regional chairman of the NDC in the Greater Accra region to also give us a remark.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For me, I'm a party man. When they started into the introduction, I could hear some members of all the associations chanting the slogan of the NDC. I am representing the party within the region, and I'm trying as much as possible to convince people to assist us to go to the target of the 750,000 votes we want in the region. I can't do that without saying my slogan here. I know most of you, you'll be shy of responding to it. I can see my clearing agent, who is a branch secretary of one of the constituencies. So definitely, I will see that as soon as I say NDC, he will say a job. So you convince all the men and women along your line to make sure that when I say NDC, you say a job. Then when I said John Mahama, then I'll see what you say. That one, I'll let you create the slogan here for us to send it to your members out there. Eyezu. Uncle Charles, I didn't hear from you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are hard time pressed, and I could feel the heat in the room. So do you guys. We are not here with the entourage of the Excellency to come and campaign. His Excellency, with the NDC, has taken time to go around the length and the breadth of the nation to hear from the people, the associations, the unions, so that will assist us to do better input into our NDC manifesto. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to meet the Greater Accra House of Chiefs. And this morning, for them to pour liberation and give us the permission to enter onto their land, and was successfully done. This morning, we've also met the clergy to also pray for us. Because we all know, when you go to the chiefs for liberation, you definitely have to come to the clergy for them to pray for us. They've told us and promised us that all of them will do a 274 days fasting for us. And he knows that at the end of the fasting, His Excellency John Mahama will be sworn in come 7th January 2025. Anyone here who believes this, let me hear amen. God. Uncle Sam, now I heard your amen. On that note, we find such association as one of the very important associations. The engine of growth cannot ride successfully or smoothly without the informal sector. So today we came here to listen to you. We know the problems. For me, since we started this store, I always have the bill of lading. Mr. Chase, freight forwarder, he was the one who gave it to me. He's the one who has been clearing my containers for me. Last week, the one who cleared, this is it. So that I know, I've had meetings with some of you here. His Excellency will address it. This is mine. My problem is that, although there's no more COVID, but I'm paying COVID tax. My problem is that I am paying what we call the network charges. So that means that after paying the duty, the data you use, I pay for it too. So His Excellency will do the needful to this one. But on that note, we thank you very much for coming to listen to us. The 24-hour economy, you are the drivers. I am an importer. We are the drivers. That means that we are going to work from 6 to 2, 2 to 6 to another morning. So today, we are here to solicit for your information and input for us to make sure that we make the 24-hour economy Obiabididi Peche.
Thank you very much, Regional Chairman. Once again, let's give him a round of applause. Now, as indicated by the Regional Chairman, the purpose of this program is to give the industry players the opportunity to come out with the things that they believe, when taken on board, will enrich the manifesto of His Excellency and the NDC as a political party. We are aware the good people of this country are looking up to His Excellency John Mahama to lead the country. And that is the reason why he is here. So that at the end of the day, whatever comes out will be taken on board. So this is going to be an open session. You should be free. Nobody should be intimidated. Come out, pour out your frustrations, what you believe will help the industry. You have the former Minister for Transport also here. I've been told that any language of your choice is welcome. We have people from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. We are all here. So let's feel free, come out with the issues, and then everything will be taken on board. So without wasting much time, President, any guide, are you going to lead the onslaught? Thank you very, very much. Let's welcome Mr. Jokache to lead the charge.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the Port and Marine Center. Today, we are honored to welcome His Excellency, former President John Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, into our midst. His presence underscores the importance of this subsector to Ghana's growth and development. During his tenure, President Mahama exhibited a strong commitment to our nation's progress. His leadership and dedication have left a lasting impact on this nation. As we gather here today, let us address some key demands that, if met, can significantly enhance the efficiency and growth of the port, the subsector, and the nation, and the landlocked countries where we give service to them. Priority for indigenous clearing and forwarding. We propose giving effect to indigenous Ghanaians. Indigenous Ghanaians. I'll mention it again. For the customs clearance, not for foreigners or shipping lines who carry containers here and retake it and clear. It's been enshrined in the Customs Act already, 2015 at 891. Specifically Section 43, which was carefully crafted under your watch, but unfortunately degraded. So this is something which should be on your table. You look at it every morning. You go to that table to work. Revamping shipping line administrative charges. Majority of you people are also businessmen, and I am aware when you bring one container, you should be charged on a bill of lading, not on the units of containers on the bill of lading, which is killing business in this port. As I speak to you, Togo has taken off all those charges, and our landlocked countries that gives us revenue through the ports are going there, and we are losing those revenues. And it's a whole chain that we are working with. So why do we lose the business to Togo and Cote d'Ivoire when we have the mandate? I want to tell you, authority, that the French countries, though we speak English, love to work with us. But our doing of things in this port has made them find another level in Togo and Cote d'Ivoire. So, My Excellency, this is one point again. You have to make sure the business comes back to us. As we sit here, the number of people here, my colleague mentioned over 1,000 plus companies. And these 1,000 plus companies, I can tell you, they are feeding over 20,000 people. So if business is taken away, where are we going to get the people to work and live on? So you need those people to come into your line with you and make sure you hit a seat. Abolishing VAT and transit charges, on transit charges. The transitors come here, and I am aware all these countries have signed international treaties for free flow of cargo through our ports because they are landlocked countries. Why are we taking them VAT? To pay to who? Where would they take their returns from? It is wrong. And the thing is wrong. It is wrong. We shouldn't be taking those VAT charges. And we are still paying those charges. Why should it be so? No. We need a stop to that. So, My Excellency, this is also should be lying on your table every morning. You look at it when you get a seat. Now, another point which is very dear to all businessmen here, implementing a fixed exchange rate, quarterly, biannually, or annually. In Togo, the cost of beer has been remade for the same price for about 2 years. But Ghana, those my friends who take the beer, change the beer. Prices of beer changes every other week. Every other week, prices of beer are changing. This is how low, and the kenke prices remain almost the same. But we want the exchange rate for duty purposes. I'm emphasizing on that. Duty purposes should be either quarterly, biannually, or annually, so that we can all plan to see how business can run. So today, that products of goods will not be changing every other month. It is unbearing on us. And I hope that will be looked at very, very, very well. Reassessing interest charges. on imports. Fair assessment of interest charges on imports is necessary to maintain a balanced trade environment. A layman will say, did government borrow any importer money to go to trade? No. But he brings his cargo, he's looking around to find money to pay his taxes. The only thing he realizes, after 4 days, he has to pay interest charge on the tax he's going to pay to government to run the country. Is it fair? Is it fair, members? So, My Excellency, those are pressing issues which we want you to address when you get a nod. Shipping lines have taken undue advantage of Ghana, Ghanaian businessmen. It's rather unfortunate that most leaderships are passed through. They cannot take a strong stand and tell them, look, it's by law. If I do an export from here to maybe India, I pay all charges to them here in Ghana. When the cargo gets to port of discharge, what the person has to do is only to tender his bill of lading for a release, and that release should be only on an administrative charge and no the demurrage areas. We work Monday to Friday, but we are being charged demurrage on Sunday, Saturday, and holidays. Why should it be so? We are not ready. If some of us, we don't want to say what we did in the past, but if these things don't happen, we ourselves will lead a revolt for it to stop. Because if you don't work and you will be being charged demurrage on holidays, Sunday and Saturdays, it is wrong. So, but I hope the 24-hour message is going to roll that thing up. So, we believe as freight forwarders in this country, addressing these concerns will pave the way for Ghana's prosperity and growth. May God bless you, My Excellency. May God bless you, beloved nation, Ghana. Long live GIF, long live Achak, long live FARC, long live Quebec, long live Ghana. Thank you.
A round of applause. Per the program, Association of Customs House, are you also ready to present something new? Okay, let's invite him to the podium. That's Mr. Siribo, right? Yeah, Mr. Siribo Boatin. I'm being told atomic bomb.
I can't say Ezu because I'm an MPP person. Ezu. Obayi Medi. Mr. President, I'm calling you Mr. President because it's likely you will come to power. I have one issue that bothers me on this industry. We collect all the money for the government, but we are only treated as thieves, and that is a problem. It's sad. We don't even have an airline that regulates us. As I stand here, I don't know whether we are regulated by Minister of Trade, Transport, or Finance. Sir, can we do a contract between us and your good self that when you come to power, you're going to give us an airline that will govern our trade? That says that the freight forwarding industry is being governed by A, B, C, D. We don't have that. The only law we have is Customs Act. It gets a straight line, one line that governs us. One day a commissioner will come that will take that thing off and we are off. Mr. President, if it's okay by you, since we have about 3 lawyers with you, let's draft something. Let's do a contract between freight forwarders and yourself. When, I'm not saying if, when you come to power, please, I want your word on this. You see, some of us will be going on pension very soon. Our children must come and take over this work. So we don't want money for our pocket. We are thinking about the future. We are generational leaders. So please, I want us, my boss is here, the four presidents will sit with you. Let's do a contract between yourself and us. That when you come to power, we are going to give you an airline. You are not going to be under anybody, so that nobody wakes up in the morning and takes us off. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Let's give Mr. Sribwa a round of applause. He's done so well. Now, Mr. Samson Asagi, Awungobit, Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. Oh, failed presidential candidate in 2020.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, and then a flag bearer and leader of the National Democratic Congress. Under the existing protocol, I think I welcome you to the Port of Tema. I'm happy that before, or for the first time, a political party did not just come and throw their manifesto onto we, the trading public, but to say there's a need, before I come out with my policy, I want to listen from the horse's own mouth. Then you can formulate policy. And I'm quite extremely happy that by the time that policy would be given birth, that is why we talk about proper participation. We, the key stakeholder, has participated, and it gave birth to the document that when you become, not if, as my brother said, when you become the president, we can use that to hold your government accountable. And at the end of the day, what I'm going to say here, when the manifesto is out, we want to sign a social contract with you. So that based on that, when you become the president, we can always take your Attorney General to court. If you said you will do this for us, you have come, you haven't done it. We will be requesting timelines, specific timelines. If you say when you come, you will do this for us, is it your first budget? Is it your second budget? Is it your quarterly mid-year budget? Is it your second year in government? Is it your third year in government? Is it your fourth year in government? Specific roles for us to know so that we can hold you accountable. That when you come, first time, this is what you're going to do for us. My very good senior, the gift president, has spoken length about some of the things. But permit me on the lighter note, your regional chairman is an illegal importer. He hasn't registered with the Importer and Exporters Association. He hasn't been paying subscription fee. But I'm happy that he was the first person to be shouting with his BOE. And that is how terrible it is. If you come to our port, Your Excellency, that is how terrible we pay fees and charges. Most of, apart from the duty component that we pay to the state, that goes to the consolidated account. The agencies, ministries, departments, and agencies working in the port is too numerous. And under the ICUM system, many of these can stay in their offices. Some of them are just to approve. And I'm happy Ray is here. I'm happy Honorable Fifi is here. I'm happy my sister Joyce Mutare Bawa is here. They understand what I'm talking about. These are institutions that are just to give certificate or approval. As soon as an agent passes the BOE into the computer, it will prompt on your desktop. Yet they are all in the port here, causing delays for all of us. Again, MPS MPS, it was another time that contract was signed. And I'm happy Ray is here. They were not supposed to do divining. They were not supposed to do divining. MPS has taken out the vulnerability of that contract. Any container should go to their platform just because they want to take money from us. And Ray is the mastermind of that law. He understands what he signed. They were not supposed to do it. Yet because government have changed, they said they are supposed to do it, and they are doing it. When containers arrive at MPS, these containers that are supposed to go like our reefer dedicated terminal here, the Golden Jubilee where the Abosoka people go there to remove, clear their spare parts or to clear their Bronuwawu. The dangerous containers that are supposed to go to TBT because of how flammable it is. MPA would deliberately keep the containers stuck there for days just because they want to collect revenue. When they are not supposed to do that. Mr. President, I want if you come, these containers if the vessel bed, when they discharge it from the quay to the track, it should just go out to the outside ICDs. They are not supposed to be staffed within the MPS for this. When you ask this person, is this? When you ask, it is Nyama. Nyama. Just because someone wants to make money from the vulnerable people. Mr. President, look at this for us. Mr. President, when you come, I am a maritime. I want to have the president's attention, please. Mr. President, I want your attention. I don't know whether when you were in government, if you have ever been to the dry dock. I don't know if you have ever been to the dry dock when you were president. Or when Fifi Kwete was the Minister of Transport, if he has ever been to the dry dock. If you go to dry dock, I am a maritime trained. I did my master's at Port and Maritime University. It is pathetic. That facility can give us more dollars to turn around our economy. So you're talking for economy, please think about dry dock. Seriously. Dry dock is dead. Since the inception of Kwame Nkrumah time that they put up that infrastructure, the crane, the 30-ton crane and the 40-ton crane, and the areas that we do the repairs of these vessels. Look, small, if a vessel called to our port, and the Ghana Maritime Authority go on port state control inspections, even if there's leakages, the next port they can go is Nigeria. They can't come to our meanwhile, our dry dock is, we have the best facilities than other places, but because it's outmoded. If you come, I need you to get a better investor to come and take over that facility. Remo understand what I'm talking about. Mr. President, if you go to, I don't know if, I'm sure you heard of Regional Maritime University. That's where I did my master's. Our Regional Maritime University is made up of 5 countries. 5 state countries. As we speak, Mr. President, the top 3 or the top 5 or the top management at the Regional Maritime University supposed to have a Ghanaian. Those of us who have gone to the Regional Maritime University to study, and those of us who understand maritime sector, like I do, will tell you that at the Regional Maritime, we have no single Ghanaian in management. As we speak, there's an acting rector who is, I think, from Cameroon or where? Sierra Leone. The rector is supposed to be a Ghanaian. We need a professor. And there are professors, when you go to the Regional Maritime right now, we have Ghanaians who are professors. Yet, as we speak, there's no Ghanaian in that top management. But we are paying money. We are a member state. And we are not benefiting. On the Regional Maritime University, Mr. President, we can train. Let your government, if your government come, put your ears there. We can train a lot of seafarers, nurses, caterers through that university and export them to sea. And that could bring much money. As a country, I don't think we understand the advantage or the opportunity we stand to enjoy from the Regional Maritime. Mr. President, when MPS came to being, our stevedoring companies, they are here. Stevedoring companies, they've laid off their workers. Their business is collapsed. And stevedoring should be sole right property of citizenry, Ghanaians. If you go to MPS, they said we cannot open a port to any. But why is it Gapor giving licenses to put people, more people, to register as stevedoring when there's no job? Last but not the least, shipping agency. Shipping agency. My sister Bawa understand. Really understand what I'm talking about. In this country, MPS, Maxline, MSC, PIL, call the shipping line. There is no any principal in this country. They are all agencies. They are wholly in trust for their principal. Yet, when you come, they take all the juicy. Now they are even doing clearing. They are doing clearing. They are competing with the agency here. The agencies here are hungry. That is the fact of the matter. The agency here, to give them a proper adjective, it is they are hollow. Because all the juicy jobs is being taken by these shipping lines, and the rest. Do you know if you go to Togo, you can be a free for like Ajukacha is he understand the language, or if you go to Togo, he can enter the airport and clear cargo. But here a Chinese man is clearing for Chinese companies. An Indian man is clearing for Indian companies. Lebanese are clearing for Lebanese companies. So someone called for a law. When you do the law, also put in criminal that if a Ghanaian aid somebody to go and get a certificate to declare it, he will go to prison. Because when you ask, they will tell you they'll use our own Ghanaian certificate to open these companies. I want to appeal to you that my brothers, Gutta is not here. Food and beverage is not here. Trade advocacy Ghana TAC is not here. I think AGI to our sisters and Chamber of Commerce. For the Ghana Shippers Authority, we want, as we speak, they are supposed to be regulating the shipping lines companies in this country. Yet the Parent Act, Mr. President, if you sit in the car, go on, and look at the Parent Act that was established, the Ghana Shippers Authority. It is hollow. They don't have teeth to bite. It was, I think, during your government, we brought LI 2190. That's where they said they can regulate. They are struggling. But in their Parent Act, they are doing what Asaka has been doing every day that you do here. Importer and exporter association, is this what they are doing for importer? This is what we are to advocate. But they are now a government. They were under my brother, almost 50 ministries. They collect every BOE, they collect 9 Ghana cedis. Say they are doing advocate. When it comes to government